back to, we're not welcoming back anyone because they haven't been gone and back.
No.
So I'm going to start that again.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll go again. Hi everybody and welcome to A Little Bit of Lip with me. I'm Phyllis, Foundis, and we are back again. Beautiful Fox Studios on the best planet in the solar system. And I have got the amazingly, I don't want to use the word luminous already, but I think I might. L is for luminous, and I am joined by Sarah Jane Kelly. She's not the next Nicole Kidman. I'm just laying it out on the line. She is the next Sarah Jane Kelly.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Hi.
And our skirts are competing
Yes.
for fluffy, floaty lip
Yes,
time.
absolutely, we are.
Tell me about luminous, the word, because we had this conversation before, and you know I called you and said, listen, we need an L word.
Yes, and I found it quite challenging actually, because with finding an L word, I didn't want to pick something that was very conventional. I didn't want to pick something that was like love or lovely or...
Love is conventional?
No, it's not conventional. No, it's not conventional, but straight away when you think of the L word, you straight away think of love,
Sure,
don't
absolutely,
you? And I
yes.
think, yeah, so I think for me, I had to actually look into my phone and type in Google or some L words.
The word luminous,
Yes.
it's a beautiful word.
Yeah.
And now I won't be able to use that word without thinking of you, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much.
What is it about that word that you think you connect to?
I think I'm a big lover of art, especially John William Waterhouse, and his females that he paints just glow out of this dark and quite sinister backgrounds, half of them. And it's like this sprite that has just, I don't know, appeared in this painting, you know. I find it quite magical, and I suppose that's where luminous comes in. But in relation to the art, I try to see myself in those pictures, you know, going through every day through the darkness and seeing light. But the light's not at the end of the tunnel. It's actually me that's lighting up that darkness. Yes.
Would you call yourself a thespian, an actor, an actress?
I like the word thespian, I really do, but it's, you say that nowadays and it makes you sound so old-fashioned. It really does. Look, I'm an actor, an actress, a thespian, a chameleon, a storyteller. You know that you're an actor when you write it as the occupation for your passport. And that's what I started doing. When I had to reapply for a passport, straight away in the occupation, I got the balls and I wrote in a very shaky hand, you know what, stuff it, I am an actor, I'm here, and the world better get used to it kind of thing, you know. I can't imagine myself doing anything else.
By the way, you speak of balls, just on a little, you know, tangent.
Yeah.
And I was reading the other day, that, and this actually made me laugh, that why do we say things like, he really had some balls to do that, or she had some balls to make that decision, when in reality, balls are actually testicles, quite, and I'm doing this.
Yes, you are.
Yes, just naturally went there.
Because, well, it's a physical part of a male anatomy, isn't it?
Is.
You just
And
want to just go.
sometimes you do want to do
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's right.
Because I think doing that, it's like, you know, with tennis players, you know, come on, you know, or, you know, when
And
you
so are we
achieve something,
really-
it's like that,
Are we
maybe.
miming balls at that point and not
Maybe.
tennis balls?
See, it's funny, I don't know why I said the word balls, because I normally use the word gumption.
Because, and the reason why I bring up balls is because in this thing that I've read, that the writer said, I don't know why we use balls as a sign of strength when balls are actually quite delicate and fragile, and you don't really want to be kicking a guy in the balls because it's quite a vulnerable place.
Yes.
So really what we should be
that's-
saying is she really had the vagina to do that.
Well, see,
A place of power.
this is going to sound so bad, but it's,
Go
I
there.
will go one further and I
Okay.
will say she's got the flaps to do it. I know that sounds so bad, but I actually do use that a lot in my vocabulary, you know, like I
Depending on what kind of flaps you have down there.
Well, yeah, because I think the ball analogy or the
Yes.
balls analogy comes from the size, because I think, you know, with the size of the balls,
really?
it means they've got a big, you know, I can't believe I'm doing this,
Yeah,
but
I'm
yeah,
not sure,
you know.
'cause, I mean,
but
it's so incongruent with how you're looking, so elegant, and you're going.
yeah, I
it's
know.
not- Yeah. But I'm buying it. It's part of the package.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do think that I think it's more the size. I think it's not the. I do know where you're coming from, though, the logic of that they're a sensitive, delicate part of the area, you know, you just have to just like breathe on it. And it's like, oh no, don't do anything, you know, just, you know, don't touch it. It's like, don't look at it, don't breathe, don't, you know.
I was going to say, when's the last time you breathed on a testicle? But that's a whole
That's another conversation.
It really is.
I don't know if my partner would
We
like
don't
me talking
have much time
about
for that. Yeah, no. So do you have a positive relationship with the idea of Hollywood?
Ooh, hard question. I've got to be delicate here. I did do pilot season a couple of years ago.
It's tough going though.
It is tough, especially if you have nothing behind you. So this was before I did home and like I had nothing. I just had theatre, I had a TVC, that was it. And there was a manager in LA that was interested in me, and so I Skyped and I did an audition, like a Skype audition with him, so he could see my American accent. And it was actually a scene from Money Monsters, the Jodie Foster film.
Right.
And it's interesting actually because the character, the actress that played her in the film is actually Irish. And when you listen to her, you kind of go, is she American? Is she Irish? I just can't seem to pinpoint it. And it really frustrated me actually when I ended up watching the film. But when I did the audition and everything, he was like, great, you know, your accent's good and everything. How do you feel about coming to LA? You know, I'd like to rep you. And I went over there within 2 weeks. I went to the bank, I got 2 credit cards. I was a bit blind going into it. I had no itinerary. I got an Airbnb, and fortunately it was actually with an actress. She was a Canadian but had been living in America for ages. She actually played Fat Karen in Ugly Betty. And she was really, really lovely. She was very down to earth though. She was kind of like, look, this is it, you know.
These are the trenches.
These are the trenches. You know, be prepared. And bottom line, I hated it. It's oh God, these are so harsh sounding, isn't it? It's so
really
it was just disappointing, I think.
Yeah. But you know, but what I'm sensing though is that you came back and you found the luminosity.
Yeah, I had a bit. It's funny actually. When I came back, I couldn't wait to just do indie co-op theatre and just be with a group, like be with an ensemble and create work.
Right.
For some reason, I got together with a director who I did his graduating play at NIDA, Con Costi, who's brilliant. He works with Opera Australia and everything, and he's just, their whole family is actually brilliant, and he wanted to do Canterbury Tales and do it in this really weird and twisted way, and I just went, hell yeah, I'll do it. Like, and no money, like I just needed to get grounded again and get back into the reason why I want to do this. You know, why am I in this business? It's to create work, it's to create art, no matter how crazy or insane it is. Yeah, and that kind of brought me down a bit, and I had a ball. It was awesome. I had such a great time.
So you've landed in Los Angeles, and you're competing with lots of other equally beautiful men and women. And if we have the conversation around spirit and alignment and purpose, aren't there people in Hollywood that really shouldn't be in Hollywood because it's not their it's not about them becoming a famous actor or actress, and that's why they're not succeeding. I know we've kind of gone a little bit.
No, that's okay.
So, at what point should that person say, actually, you know what, this is not for me? Or
It's entirely up to them, really.
How much self-delusion is there? I think is the question I'm asking.
I've had those moments.
I'm not suggesting for a millisecond that that's who you are.
No. I'm just going off just personal experience where, and you do get dark days where you think to yourself, what the hell am I doing with my life? But I've come home and I've done an audition or something, and I've just come home and gone, I'm hopeless. I'm ready to throw the towel in. But then the thought then comes in, well, what now do I do? What else do I do with my time?
I guess it's easy to give into our shadows.
Oh God, yeah. And I think I've at the moment have fallen into that. I will get out of it. I have before. It's just finding how. And it's funny, I think I mentioned it to you, how humans have flight or fight tendencies.
Yes.
I think actors have the same, but it's translated differently.
Yeah.
I think for actors with their flight or fight, if they're finding themselves in no work, you know, nothing's coming their way and everything, some actors have the flight moment, oh, you know what, stuff it. I give it, I'm going to go back to my desk job, going to go to my bar job or whatever, I'm just going to get it done, I'll go back to uni and do whatever. But then there's the fight mechanism, and all of it, and I experienced it actually in November last year, where all of a sudden you go on creative overdrive. Your brain tries to make up for loss, so it tries to fight the shadow. I'm going to use your word, the shadow, and starts to go on creative overdrive. So, for instance, I've had like 2 ideas for a web series. I've had an idea for a short film. I got talking to a mate that is a writer to help me write it. And so I do have slowly started things, but they're a slow burning thing. They're not a quick thing. So it'll be a watch this space in like the next 5 to 10 years.
I want to hear watch this space in the next 5 to 10 months. That's what I want to hear from you. Can we get a close-up of those shoes? You know, when in doubt, zero in on the bling. I don't know whether we can. No. The camera's going, you didn't tell me about this before. I'm not doing it for you now.
That's so okay. I could do a bit of leg.
Like you can actually just pop it up on my knee.
Oh, can I?
Do that?
All right, yeah. So I've got a bit
of,
there we go. Bit of,
look at that.
Bit of zhuzh. You've got to have a bit of bling in your life, you know.
Don't look at the soul.
Oh, no.
Because I'm an eternal optimist.
Okay. I know.
It's like
which is always refreshing when I see you, because when I walk away, it's like I've had my little injection shot of, yeah, it's going to be a great day, you know?
I'll give you a hug for that. Because I think, I don't know, I just, so, you know, the last 12 months have been a little bit emotional for me, quite, you know, difficult and challenging, and it's very easy, and I'm in my head a lot, as I'm sure you are. It's just the way we are, right?
Yeah.
And so from an artistic point of view, and it's so easy to just allow yourself to just give in.
Yeah.
Give into the negativity, give into the, you know, relentless spiral of thoughts that are going on in your head. And for whatever reason, it seems to be easier to choose the darkness over the light.
Oh yeah, it's like when you mix black and white paint. Black, you know, is so powerful of a colour that it just takes over. And
but if you flip it, baby, and we've got the big white, you know, can of paint, and you put a little spot of black paint in there, that black paint is going to get lost.
Yes. Right?
So I have been criticised in the past where it's like, oh, you know, just too optimistic and you're just too trusting. But I can't imagine myself being anything but.
Yes.
Because the magic comes from being optimistic and from being trusting, and that's when experiences open up that you otherwise would never have had. So the reason for all this is to say to you, would you consider doing LA again? Because look, I'm open to giving it another crack, because I think I've done my dress rehearsal, you know. Exactly. Done my dress rehearsal. There, I know what the t-shirt, maybe you didn't because your credit card limit was maxed out. Yeah, pretty much. It took me 3 years to get it back paid off. But I feel your pain, sister. Oh man, I tell you. Yeah. But in all said and done, look, I'm not one for giving up a fight. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to let something like Hollywood and how I described it as in my first impressions it can work take over. Favor. Absolutely, it can. Right. But again, it's now being tactful and just being a little bit strategic. I think is the word. Yeah, beautiful word. It's being strategic and going, you know what, I'm not going to do that again. I did enjoy doing that, so I'm going to do this and be a little bit more prepared, I think. Is it looking at you through my lens of optimism? I don't know what. I don't care. I look at you and I just see success. Oh, thank you. But I really do. And you know, this is going to sound really fucking full of myself. But sometimes I do. I sometimes feel, you know, I feel like I could conquer anything, you know. So you've just said, I feel really silly and wanky saying that. So that's your ego going, I'm not comfortable, this isn't safe, abort mission, right? But, you know, that's the vibrational space that you need to play around in more. This show gives me the joy that I hope, raises my vibrational frequency. So when you're sitting in this space and in this sphere, I want to give this to you.
Oh, I'm feeling it. I feel it.
Because
I feel like, because obviously earlier this morning I was teaching, so I teach drama, and so I taught it for about 5.5 hours this morning.
Right.
And
work.
so it was a little bit hot work, but because you give so much to the class, I felt, so that's why I'm kind of feeling you're refueling me, because I kind of came on, I was kind of
running on
empty gas, puff of fuel, and so now sitting here, it's actually you've kind of refueled me, so it's nice.
Oh,
I'll be able to walk out of here with a skip in my step,
Go and write something. Just go and write a monologue about luminosity.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I will.
Can you send it
and
to
I'll
me?
send it to you.
Please.
I'll send it to you.
Seriously, I want you to
Yeah, I
send
will.
that to me, because part of my big mission with creating this show is to just spread more uplifting content, because the world's filled with too much darkness.
Oh, I agree with that.
And we become quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Outrage is the new black. I've got to be outraged and upset and angry about something, otherwise I'm not alive.
Yeah.
Right? This ridiculous mindset, which we somehow become more and more attracted to, and
I feel like people just want to pick a fight for just no reason. Do you know what I mean?
well, in much the same way that you believe I'm bringing you the light, the reason why you've resonated with the word luminous is because that's who you are. I can see it in you, I sense it in you, and it's not just idle flattery. So,
Thank you.
I'm not going to get emotional because there's no reason to.
I'm trying not to.
Because these eyelashes take forever to put on, and can I tell you, when they first come
They
on,
look fabulous.
oh my God, thank you.
I love them. If I put them on, because I've got such long lashes.
Yours are fantastic though.
If I put fake
love
lashes
them.
on, I look like I'm doing a drag act. Not that there's anything wrong in that,
nothing wrong with drag.
But I look too much.
Really?
I can't.
These are pretty
think they're
high octane.
fabulous.
Really? They're not too high octane?
No.
Yeah?
Absolutely fabulous.
Okay, right now cameraman's going, I don't know, should I go in close or not? Go in close, Mark. Oh, a little bit. Just not on the nose. Too much? Not enough. Just forget the Mediterranean nose. Although in profile looks okay. It's front onwards, like wide angle.
Oh, stop it.
Situation.
Stop it.
Anyway, noses aside, it's been an absolute pleasure, because you do bring light. You've brought light to Elle.
Thank you.
You are luminous all over. And can you tell me, just give me like some parting words of luminosity, and if you want to deliver it down into your camera.
Oh, gosh.
What is it about the message of being luminous do you want to share with the world?
Oh, you've really put me on the spot.
I know, but you're an actor, woman.
I know. My improvisational skills should be on par,
Exactly,
shouldn't they?
man. Bring it.
Oh, goodness me. Oh, Phyllis.
SJ,
You've really
come
done
on.
it. All I've got in my head right now is you got to go all in, or you just go home. You've got to put 110%. Put 110% of yourself into something, or it just won't work. So I think if we put it into the in relation to luminosity or being luminous, is put all your light into it, and it will shine back at you.
Oh, I love it.
Is that okay?
Yes,
Is that all right?
Yes. And cut. I love it. So here's the thing.
Yes.
I want you,
Okay.
when this show is on YouTube,
Okay.
when it launches, when your episode is up,
Yeah.
hashtag L is for luminous.
Okay.
I want you to play that last bit again and again and again, because essentially this is you talking to you whenever you need it.
Thanks.
Okay?
Thank you.
Love you, Sarah Jane.
Thank you. I love you too, Phyllis. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I had such a ball.
I'm so glad.
Thank you. It's so nice to this. I know we were filming, but it's nice to actually just, I don't know, it's just so nice to just talk to someone that's on the same page as you, and being able to reflect back and know that you're doing the right thing. And if you're feeling that you're going down a wrong path, they can redirect you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. I can just sense it in you. It's palpable, actually. You come out here, you kind of drift and float and float, levitate almost. Levitate maybe too much. It's another L word, another episode. Speaking of other episodes, if you think that you've got a similarly uplifting, bright and authentic, most importantly authentic story that you'd like to share either with me, with Elle, or just send me a little note, then I'd love to hear from you. Please write to me, pen, paper, PO Box 713, Kensington, New South Wales 2033, Australia. And who knows, you could be joining Elle and I right here, maybe not right here, on another location. And love to hear from you at some point. And now I'm babbling, but that's okay. It's live or not. Mwah. See you soon. It's unscripted, baby.
That's good. I like that. Years 7 to 10. Yeah. Some of them had Instagram. Some of them up in a fake and everything. And I'm a Western Sydney girl. I was brought up in Parramatta. You know,
look like a Western
I look
Sydney.
like a Westie, don't I?
Totally.
I had a ball. I couldn't stop smiling. It looks like she's taken a picture and she's just gone.
Whew, it's hot in here.
Oh man, I'm schwitzing.